with domestic violence. For Hoover, the story is deeply personal.
My first memory of being alive, I was probably 2 years old, and I remember my sister and I hiding in our bedroom, and I peeked out right as my dad threw a TV at my mom. She left him shortly after that, and
In 2019, I was in an on and off relationship, and I picked up the book It Ends With Us because I saw it all over social media. I read it, and it was the most impactful book I had ever written. So much so that I wrote Colleen Hoover through Instagram, and to my surprise, she responded back to me with the kindest message. And that message was so impactful that I got out of that relationship I was in. Because of that, I will forever be grateful to her. However, we're allowed to hold writers accountable. We're allowed to hold women accountable. And I wrote Colleen Hoover an open letter, and I want to share with you guys. A writer myself and a victim, I wanted to use my voice to share this letter on behalf of all other victims out there who are such a fan of your work. Hi, Miss Hoover. Like many others, I found a powerful voice in your novel, It Ends With Us. Your story, a true story at that, your mother's story, resonated deeply with us because it wasn't just a tale of love or heartache. It was a raw and honest portrayal of generational trauma. A story that gave voice to the struggles of countless women who have endured similar pain. With that in mind, I wanted to express the profound disappointment felt by many of us regarding the movie adaptation of It Ends With Us. The promotional material we've seen so far has left us feeling unheard, unseen, and most troubling, re-traumatized. I'm sure you're aware, Ms. Hoover, that 1 in 4 women in the United States will have experienced severe physical violence by the time they turn 18 at the hands of an intimate partner. 1 in 4. 1 in 4 women. It's a narrative that deserves to be treated with the gravity and respect it commands. Yet, the PR effort surrounding the movie seems to downplay the central theme, almost presenting it as a romantic comedy. Grab your florals, grab your friends, let's go watch It Ends With Us, rather than the serious and emotional journey that it is. The statistics surrounding domestic violence are staggering and heartbreaking. Nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the US alone. This equates to 10 million women and men each year. On a typical day, there are more than 20,000 phone calls placed to a domestic violence hotline nationwide. These numbers aren't just statistics. They represent real lives, real stories of pain, fear, and survival. For those of us who have lived through the horrors that Lily experienced in this book, the promotional approach of this movie feels not only dismissive, but deeply harmful. There are people who are going to the theater not knowing that this is a movie about domestic violence and getting re-traumatized. It risks trivializing our trauma and, even more concerning, send the wrong message about what It Ends With Us truly represents. Your mother's story. We're struggling to understand. I think collectively, women are struggling to understand why the focus has not. I think women collectively are trying to understand why the focus of the PR has not been about domestic violence. Something as simple as putting the domestic violence hotline in the beginning of the movie and at the end of the movie would have been amazing. Which I'm going to read here. It's 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-SAFE. For those of us who have lived through such pain, this was like a missed opportunity to offer support and resources to those who might need it the most. But not only that, to donate the part of the proceeds of this movie and this hair care and the fashion towards domestic violence victim. I don't understand. Your story, your mother's story, is not just entertainment. It's a lifeline for those of us who have been there. It's a mirror that reflects our pain, our courage, and our hope. We ask you from the bottom of our hearts to reconsider moving forward how this movie is promoted. We urge you to ensure that the seriousness of the subject matter is front and center in all the promotion. So this film can do what your book did so beautifully, save someone's life. You did for me, and I will forever be grateful. Thank you for your time and the profound impact of your work. I love your books. I hope Verity is published into a movie next. Adapted into a movie next. That would be amazing. And with my deepest respect, I hope you accept this message. My deepest respect and my deepest concern. I love you forever, and I hope you reconsider the PR of this movie, and I hope that you are able to renegotiate with Sony and have Sony just tweak the beginning of the movie, put in the hotline information there, and tweak the end of the movie, put in the hotline information there, and resources and shelters women can go to if they are caught up in a domestic violence relationship. Bye, guys.